See that, dude? All lit up.
Sound like Obama over there.
My fellow Americans. But we can give a future prescription. Prescription? Drugs. Don't do drugs. Except it's DMT. That's DMT? Is that what
Joe wrote. Hello and welcome to the In Progress podcast. As you can tell, I am the co-host Jake, and this is
I'm your Jamaican co-host. They call me Esteban. Is that fucking Jamaican? I don't. What is
Jamaica
this?
man. Are we being racist right now?
This is probably very racist.
Hopefully. Anyway, check this out, guys. We got new shirts. Check it. Season 3 shirts. I don't know if you can see it very well, but that's our new logo. Hey, logo. You want to talk about our new logo here?
Yeah, it's not permanent.
It's not. Why is it not permanent?
Because we figured out that it's actually a turtle, and that's a sea turtle. That's the wrong turtle.
No.
We meant to do another turtle. Turtles aren't what we're going for, but we thought they'd be cool for at least a little while. These are test shirts.
Can you explain why there's a turtle for our logo?
Whenever you're progressing, it's always slowly but surely, and a turtle always gets to where it's got to go slowly but surely. But sea turtles, they're not the slow ones. They're the ones that are in the water. So we meant to use the actual tortoises that are walking with feet because they're slow when walking on land.
Can you show them the back? We actually have a lot more on the back. Check this out. Boom! Look at that. In Progress Podcast. Follow us on all the social media. But more importantly, logo. What's the catchphrase?
Keep progressing.
There you go.
Is it on the shirt?
Yeah. Keep progressing.
Keep progressing.
That's the logo we're the slogan we're sticking with. Yeah, so if you want to buy these shirts, they're on Redbubble no, I'm kidding. But if you do want some, let us know. We might hook you up. I'm just saying.
Maybe
Not because with our 50 plus viewers, there might be somebody that might want it. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So it's season 3. We had to do a little something different, new background, and some new shirts, and also for some reason, logo. I don't know what's going on, but you're brighter for some reason. Like your face.
I know.
Like I don't see any. I don't see any shadow.
I'm glowing. I'm pregnant.
You
ever heard whenever women are pregnant, they're glowing?
Yes.
I'm not pregnant. We got new lights.
Hey, new lights. Like we said at the end of season 2 of our podcast, we slowly progress. So when we get new lights and new equipment or better topics or just all this stuff, it's gradually. It doesn't happen boom, season 3. It's all this like a normal podcast would happen. It's just gradually
getting better, maybe worse.
That's
progression
true.
Doesn't mean it's always positive.
That's true. On our camera, we like showing apparently our other cameras. See, wow, look at that.
Look,
amazing, professional.
Progressing.
So what you been up to, man? How's life?
Just got power back.
Oh yeah.
Just got power back.
You had that hurricane?
Yeah, I just got power back a
couple of days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah, earlier today we wanted to every so often we want to go watch new films or something that's entertaining because we watched Old Boy and that was fun.
Yeah, it was an experience. That's
sure. So that was interesting to talk about. So today we decided to watch the new movie Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Yes, a guy that's free.
Free man.
Free dude.
Guy. Dude. No, dude
gay
was
man.
not gay.
No.
Free to be gay.
It was Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, so it's okay.
To be a 3-way.
Yeah. Anyway, Ryan Reynolds was in this movie.
Yeah.
So it automatically was great.
Yeah. So when we decided to watch that, we were like, hey, let's go watch that.
So we watched it. Anyway. On a screen.
So yes, that was.
This time it wasn't illegal.
But yeah, it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it.
It honestly, I did not have high expectations for it.
Really?
Because the other movie that he was in that was on Netflix original, the something 8.
Yeah, Underground, 6 Underground.
Yeah, Underground something.
Yeah.
He made the movie. The movie wasn't that great.
But it was a Netflix kind of movie.
Yeah. This one though, I went in completely blind. I did not know the topic. I did not know nothing. And I genuinely enjoyed it. It was a very good, I don't know, it was a good stretch on something new.
It did feel like a new movie.
I did like how they added in YouTubers. I guess you would say just YouTube gamers and stuff like that.
Who were all the YouTubers? I saw Jacksepticeye.
Pokimane.
Ninja. but Twitch streamers as well.
Yeah, there was some other ones that were on there. I don't know them personally. I don't watch them.
I don't know any of them personally.
I don't know them even figuratively. But
okay.
I don't.
Are they real?
Are they even? Are we real?
Whoa.
The whole movie's about if you're
That's
real.
true. Dude, I started thinking about that. I'm like, legit. When I was watching the movie, I was just like, wait, are we real? The Matrix? Like,
I don't remember the other YouTubers. I know they're famous YouTubers and Twitch streamers, whatever they are, but I'm glad they incorporated them into the movie because
made it more real.
Like we're there.
I'm just saying,
Bruh,
conspiracy.
We're not real. We're in a video game. We're
but
NPCs.
I think that was kind of cool though, because like if I didn't watch the trailer, I would have been like you and been like, what is going on?
I had to actually ask. I was like, hold on, this is a little weird. And then what I should have done is not asked. Like, what's going on?
Oh,
It
right.
actually slowly tells you, and then finally it's like, this is a video game.
Yeah.
So
You're in a video game world.
Yeah, the basis is it's like he's in GTA basically, and all the other players, the players are actual people running around, but there's NPCs. When you're playing a video game, no one ever really gives a shit about an NPC. Like if you ever played Skyrim, Grand Theft Auto, Fallout, anybody,
Just
you're
like
ready
punch
to,
the guy.
You're ready
Get
just
out. I'm taking your car.
Yeah, you're ready to just run over somebody, and
Yeah.
they're obstacles in your way. This was actually where the NPC gains a conscience, or like he's an AI. He becomes an AI, able to think for his own, feel, learn everything, and so it's honestly. It's very intriguing how they incorporated that. But all the players just running around like, oh, we're going to kill them. And then people who have played, when you play, like me, I played Skyrim so much, I kind of know what every character's going to say.
Right.
I kind of know all their lines. But what if one character didn't say that? That's how it started is
When the girl thought he was going to say the same thing, and then she turns around because he says something different.
she was like, that's new.
Right.
And then he was like, he kept following her, and she's like, oh, why is the NPC following me? Why is he not going with what the code tells him to do? Like if somebody, like in the movie, someone was robbing the bank, he stopped the bank robber. He's supposed to be an innocent pedestrian laying on the floor.
Right.
And when he dies, he just respawns back where his house is.
And he's doing the same things, wearing the same clothes. He gets a coffee in the morning. He goes to the bank. He gets robbed. And everything over again. That's why they were so relaxed while it was happening, because they were just talking about this girl.
It's normal.
Yeah, and what got me is like once he met that girl, everything started to change for him, and he was the free guy. Yeah. And his name was Guy, so that was kind of good, like easy to remember.
Yeah, because he had no meaning in life. That's why they named him Guy.
And I kind of felt bad for him, like when he found out that he was NPC, and they showed what he all did. People just kicked him around and pushed him and everything. I'm like, oh man, am I really feeling bad for NPC right now?
I noticed something that was kind of cool. This may be just a hunch, but you played GTA, right?
Yeah.
Like when you kill somebody, they drop money and you can pick it up. Like,
yeah.
Well, every time he went to the bank, he always like, I only have $186. And he's like, I want to buy those $200 shoes.
He was so close.
He always had $186, never fluctuated.
Never could buy it.
Because if a player was to kill him, they would obtain $186 for killing him.
Right.
Just like in GTA, every character's coded to a certain amount of money. That if you kill him, you get that money.
But this guy had a different kind of code.
Yes.
That he becomes conscious. Yeah.
Conscious.
And he becomes life, I guess.
Yeah.
In a game. Which is kind of cool concept, but then at the same time, it's like, I mean, maybe like, what if that was for us, where we were like that, just weren't told. So that's why sometimes I think like we get deja vu.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, hold on,
we're out of the system for just a second.
Yeah. Then like, oh crap, Control Alt Delete.
Yeah.
So I always feel like that's interesting. And other times too, like when somebody asks, like, do you really believe in that? I'm like, no. But it's a cool concept to think about.
Yeah, it's a cool concept to think about.
Yeah, but I think with Ryan Reynolds playing this character, it was, I think, honestly, like I told you when we were watching it, it felt like a Deadpool movie.
Yeah,
because
a different type.
A different type of Deadpool, because Ryan Reynolds was playing Ryan Reynolds, or Deadpool.
Being himself.
Deadpool was playing Ryan Reynolds. So I thought that was kind of cool, but it all started to change when he asked for a cappuccino.
And that was not coded in the game. It was always a coffee. A black coffee, 2 sugar, black, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then everybody was looking at him weird. The cop was just like, you're about to get shot.
For not ordering
I was just like, oh, hold on. And then he was like, just kidding. And everyone was like, ah, ha, ha. I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude wants a cappuccino. And, and nobody wants it. But
it doesn't tell you he's in a video game in the beginning. He has to put on glasses that actual players are wearing to see that he's in a game.
Right. Like closer to the end when when he got rebooted and he didn't remember. I thought like when they put the glasses on him and he'll see that he's in a game, he'll remember. But he didn't. So it made me like think like, oh, so if she really was, like they said it later on, but she really was the reason why he became, like recoded. Yeah, and it's weird that digital can love, but then again, are we digital?
But, the guy who programmed the game
from Stranger Things.
Yeah, he was a Stranger Things guy who Harry, I think is his name on Stranger Things. I can remember. He's a good guy, good character. He coded the game to where, like he was talking about how much he liked a girl. And, of course, the only thing that the girl liked was coffee with the 2 sugars black, which he drank every morning, and bubblegum ice cream.
Bubblegum ice cream.
And when she was like, hold on, all these are adding up to me. And so she went and watched a video he posted, and he was talking about how the game was made to her, and he was saying that he loved her. That's the reason why Free Guy became conscious and began growing, because he saw the one thing that was coded in the game that the actual creator of the code loved, and that sparked ideas. Life. He came outside the loop because he found something that was meaningful, that was programmed almost like the creator of the game.
I feel bad for what's her name, Millie. I feel bad for her because like when they like they kiss in the game and like he's in Ryan Reynolds' character Guy, he's in love, and it feels bad that like, she's like she finally meets a guy that's good and he's not real.
He's not real. I do have one complaint. Where was the kiss button?
Exactly. They had a kiss button at the end.
Ryan Reynolds, or Free Guy, I'm sorry. Free Guy, in the game, he can do whatever he wants. So he kissed her. Well, towards the ending of the movie, whenever he kissed her, she's like, I don't know how to kiss. I don't know how to do that. And then he kissed her. He didn't know he was in a video game still. She didn't know that he wasn't a real person.
So that's why she was like, he's like, can I kiss you? And she's like, if you can.
Yeah.
And so he did.
Towards the end,
she kissed him.
Where was the kiss button?
Exactly.
They never explained that.
Did she hack that?
I don't know, but I mean, that's why my rating goes down, because you weren't staying correct. I'm joking. That doesn't matter. Don't hyper criticize everything. This isn't like Marvel. You don't look at every little detail and you're like, I see the Hulk's fist. That means no.
No, but speaking of the Hulk's fist, though, I'm so glad they brought all these other games in there. You obviously, I think you probably knew more than me, but
I knew all the games that he was referencing.
Okay, but I love that because they probably had to ask all of the companies if they could put it in there, because for like watching Free Guy, it's a video game world, but like how to make it better, put actual popular games in there, because you already put Twitch streamers and YouTubers. Did they put any movies in there?
They did Captain America, the Hulk.
Yes. Well, yeah.
And they also did Star Wars.
That's right. So, yeah, I think it was very funny when they put Captain America's shield and then Chris Evans, Captain America, was in it, and it's like, pops up. Shit. Yeah, so that was kind of funny.
To me, that's very creative. And the movie was very creative all the way through. It had my attention the whole time. That's very rare for a movie to have my attention the entire. I don't think I ever was thinking, like, I'm bored.
Holy crap.
I was sitting there, like, glued to it the whole time. And when it ended, I was like, wow, it began, it climaxed, and then it ended, and I was content the whole time.
I totally agree with that. I didn't even think about that when we were watching the movie. And usually, like most movies I see, like even in theaters, I'll go watch it, and I'm thinking about life and like, oh, I gotta do this tomorrow. I gotta do this when I get home. But I was literally just
sucked into it,
and that's really good. That's literally how a movie should be. Is you're sucked into the world, because you watch movies. Originally, we watch movies to get away from the real world. We play games to get away from the real world. Anime, that's life though. So I mean,
anime titties, we're never gonna forget.
What? Yes. So anyway, Free Guy, I feel like it was overall, it was, I don't want to say a good experience because it was like if it was a movie, but I enjoyed it. I think what would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
This is honestly very different from what I usually do. I'm going to have to give it like an 8.5 or 9.
What? Is it because it's video games in it?
Well, I like that it was video game based. It had movie content. It had humor. It had love. It actually portrayed everything in the right manner of order. And it managed to keep attention at the same time, and it never went overboard in any area.
That's true.
Because whenever it went overboard, it gave a reason to go overboard. There's some movies that go overboard and you're like, okay, this is too much. This movie had, even for people who don't play video games, this had a good connection to it. So it honestly hit almost every point. Now, I could give it a 10, but I mean,
nothing's perfect.
Nothing's perfect, but I didn't see anything that I can really complain about.
It's that kind of movie I'll watch again, but I don't feel like it was so great. Like it was like I would maybe give it like a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10, because like I still enjoyed it and I was like glued to it, and
which is still a good rating. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a good.
I don't even think Lord of the Rings got a freaking 8.
I think got a 9.
Oh fuck, never mind. Anyway,
that's why I thought it was another good thing about the movie was that it did show like when they had the comedic effect, like when Ryan Reynolds, he was saying all this stuff that he gets hit by a car, and that's like the hee hee ha ha kind of moment. And then at the end, where they're going to show the two main characters that are in real life, the coders, the creators of the game, when they both like they're looking at each other
through traffic.
Yeah, and I was thinking like, oh, he's gonna walk in, the car's gonna hit him for comedic effect.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen, and at first I was like, oh, but at the same time I'm like, I'm glad it didn't happen, because most of those movies, they're just like, who cares about the characters? Here's some comedy, throw that in.
I did also think, this was my personal preference, is whenever, at one part of the movie, whenever Ryan Reynolds, Free Guy, was talking to, what was her name again? Millie. When he was talking to Millie, he actually said stuff that was very meaningful. Like, he actually got on, I mean, of course, it's a comedy movie, funny, some action in it, but then he actually said things that's like, oh man, wow,
that hits the heart.
That really does, because he was saying how much he loved her, and like, hey, my whole world is because of you. And he, at the end of the movie, he's like, but I'm going to give you up because this can't be your life. I want you to have your own life.
See, some of it, I totally agree with that. Being like, it was really good how he said that, and then that opened her eyes where she's like, holy crap, my best friend liked me all along. And then I was like, when she played that video, he actually said that he liked her,
and she skipped it,
and she never watched that part. She would always stop it, or I guess skip it, and
she paused it to go back to Free Guy.
Yeah.
And she didn't realize that the person who created Free Guy was, I mean, if you think about it, Free Guy was the embodiment of what his feelings were. So everything she's getting from him, she's like, he's such a nice guy, he knows everything about me, he's like the perfect man for me. And she's saying that to the person who created him.
Exactly. So I'm like, hello, that's him.
She never put 2 and 2 together, and then when she put 2 and 2 together, she dropped everything she was doing.
Right.
And it, again, if you notice, Ryan Reynolds, Free Guy met her when he walked out of the coffee shop. She went to him in the real life at the coffee shop when there's traffic. So it kind of made a big full circle.
At the coffee shop.
It's a good boyfriend girlfriend movie. It's a good movie all the way around. Almost anybody can enjoy this movie.
I think so. I mean, they even had kids in there. So.
Yeah. They did drop the F-bomb once, so that's why they got the PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13 can always, I think the rule is you could drop one F-bomb.
Yeah.
And I feel like every PG-13 movie tries to do that now. They're like, oh, got an F-bomb. All right, moving on.
Of course, Ryan Reynolds is going to push that right there.
Yeah, he's going to try to do something. And this is what another thing I liked about this movie is, Ryan Reynolds, you see him in all these other movies. He's always playing the same character, hee hee ha ha comic kind of guy. And, it's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But in this movie, I was very focused on when he was playing a character that was emotional, that was mad.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, and that was hurt. I can't recall when Ryan Reynolds was like that. I mean, there probably is a movie.
Older movies.
Yeah, but like recently, it's always been like something.
Comedic.
Yeah. And of course, somebody could just like, hey, here's a movie where he did this, But from what I've seen, I was really enjoying that, and I'm like, okay, cool. He can actually do a little bit more,
I know this sounds. I'm usually the kind of guy who loves like the action movies or the movies that are like superheroes and stuff. I would actually really like to see a sad movie with him in it. He shows so much emotion that I didn't know he could show. He shows anger very well on screen. He shows sadness very well. Even whenever he was trying to laugh through the pain of talking to that girl, like, it still was like, man, that kind of that kind of hurts a little bit. Like, because
Right.
you can see and feel that pain. And he's so good. He's such a good actor. So yeah, my standing is still staying of this is either an 8 or an 8.5 movie
Out of 10.
out of 10. I'm gonna go safe with an 8.
See, here's another thing I've got to talk about is with the movie, they did the graphics, the CGI so well. Like when they did it, like when he put his glasses on, you can see all the names, the codes for the missions and all that, and then you take it off and it's all nice again. Like the amount of effort they had to put in the effects, all that, and I don't know how we haven't mentioned yet, dude. We haven't mentioned dude.
Yes, there's guy and then there's dude. Dude is the roided guy.
A roided Ryan Reynolds. And they did very good on the CGI because I was very focused on that. And there were some moments where I was just like, but it was still recognizable.
Whose body was that?
That's the question. We got to
body?
see a BTS on that.
Yeah, that was really good. And they had everything so well done. And even the parts they didn't, they had it for a reason. Like, they had some of the CGI that made it look like crap on purpose because they're going in between screens of showing what Ryan looked like in the game, out the game, between the game.
But that was totally fine. I think they did good on that with
really
gaming-wise. They had Channing Tatum in it.
Tatum.
He was.
They had a lot of famous actors in this. And then some lower-grade acters that I still know.
But I felt so stupid because Logo thought, like, this whole time, like, oh, no, like, the dude guy that's coming out, it's going to be just a roided Ryan Reynolds. And I'm like, nah, I wasn't telling, but I was thinking it was The Rock. Because I thought for some reason, I saw behind the scenes where Ryan Reynolds had The Rock on for a movie. I guess it was another movie. But I was just like, oh, it's going to be The Rock. It's going to be The Rock. And then it's just like a
catchphrase.
He would say something. He'd be like, catchphrase.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. What was his catchphrase?
That's what he would say. I don't know. He would say catchphrase, but I don't remember. It was
he said it after a catchphrase.
Yeah. He would say something catchphrase.
Playtime's over. Catchphrase. I don't know what.
But he never could say a full sentence either. He always said like two words or one word, and that was it.
But yeah,
I could bench press a sentence.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. And then when he put on his glasses, it was saying like protein and all this stuff for working out because he was, big. Yeah. But Channing Tatum, Jacksepticeye, Chris Evans. Was there any other famous? I mean, not YouTubers to Twitch, but like actors wise.
I mean, the guy off Stranger Things, he was one.
That's true.
They had some actors.
The security guy. He played with what's the guy? The comic that when he says something and he shoots him. And he turns back. That meme, you know what I mean? Oh, they're on a movie on Netflix that we talk about. At the Zoo movie, where it was all real, bro. Eric Van Dyke, is that his name? Dude, you know who I'm talking about. Hold up, okay. It was a movie, Bad Time at the Zoo. That was the podcast we did. That was on, bro.
Bro, I'm lost.
Bro, dude. Okay. Do you remember the security guard we were talking about, right? In Free Guy.
Where was he?
The black security guard.
Yeah, the black guy. He was in there. Yeah, I know him. Oh my gosh. I don't know why. Bro, he was in the Eric Andre movie.
Eric Van Dyke.
He was in the Eric Andre movie.
I was just like, how do you not know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he was a good character. He did good in that movie. I think he should keep doing those. He's a good PG-13 actor. His art, like him in the Eric Andre movie, I didn't really like him that much, but he did a lot better in this movie. He did good in this movie,
yeah.
He did good. I didn't really know who he was or like him in the Eric Andre one, but he did very well in this one.
Well, there was a sequel game in the Free Guy 2, so would you watch a Free Guy 2 movie?
Definitely.
Yeah, me too.
I'd watch a Free 100%. Guy 2. Now, of course, number one's always better. Unless it's like the Marvel universe, the last one was the best. But, I mean, this one is actually in the Marvel Universe. So.
That's what, yeah. I mean, they have Captain America.
They have Captain America.
But then again, it's still in a game.
Yeah.
And Chris Evans sees it, it's real life.
Yeah.
So, but I did like when they brought in other games. What was the Portal one? Was that World of Warcraft?
A Portal game.
What Portal game was that?
There's Portal, which is literally a game about portals. You got the portal gun, you shoot a portal, and you throw it. Then they had Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah, of course.
And they had Star
Wars, Captain America, Hulk.
Yeah. They had some more that I just cannot think of. At one point, he had a blaster on his arm. I think it was the Mega Man blaster.
Oh, I thought you said Digimon when you said when that came on. I was like, Digimon.
I think it was the Mega Man blaster. He had it at one point. There's a lot of small little hints into. Of course, I think the whole thing was based around GTA, kind of like.
It did have a GTA kind of vibe.
Yeah, robbing banks, money, villainy.
Yeah.
You have no good guys in GTA.
No,
I mean at all.
I gotta say, with this movie, it did feel like original movie. Like because I think they did very well. Because some of these movies, like I think with Ryan Reynolds, when he's in a movie, it's done well. Like it's not gonna be like the Hollywood cliche like video games like let's go play Pac-Man and stuff. Like no. So I feel like, especially bringing in all these other YouTubers and Twitch streamers, because even Jack and Ryan,
they know each other.
Yeah, they've done videos together, so they're cool with each other.
I do remember a lot of movies that have to do with video games, except for Ready Player One. That one was a decent movie too.
That was a good movie.
That one was a good one. I still like that one. But like the one with Adam Sandler, where they had the pixels. I think that's the movie called Pixels.
Yeah. That was literally the one I was thinking about with Pac-Man and stuff.
That was a lot of movies don't do good when they portray video games and stuff.
I wouldn't say that was really a bad movie, but I would think like it's for video game wise, like everybody was expecting something good. And with Free Guy, I think if you're a video game fan or not, I think you would still enjoy this movie.
I do think that it shouldn't be PG-13. I think you should be a little bit older to see it, but I mean, who cares?
I mean, these kids these days, man,
they know more than
they be saying them wordy dirts. I'm like, calm down with your bad self. You know what I mean?
We did have a bunch of kids in the theater when we were watching.
But at least it wasn't something like Deadpool. Like you bring your kid to watch Suicide Squad. Yeah. When we did that, I'm like, we didn't do that, but we did watch it. They had kids. And, I mean, hey, I'm not a parent. You parent your own kids.
I'm not a parent. I'm right here. You can't see through me. I'm not a parent.
Oh, it took me a second. A parent. I got you. Funny. He should be in Free Guy. Look at him. But so go watch Free Guy or not.
Highly recommend.
Yes, I would say, like, if you want to get out of this world and
get out of this world, find out if you're really in the world.
Go do it or don't. With the villain, what did you think? Did you think he was a good villain? The head guy that kind of stole the code.
Okay, I think I said this to you while we're in the movie about like what are they, like game engineers, game creators, coders, and stuff like that.
Well,
game designers.
He was like, I feel like the CEO of it all.
He first, to put a little background, he stole a code from these original people to make the game, and that's why he was a bad guy. Because they were trying to get their code back, because they were going to prove that he stole it. Well, he made millions stealing that code. I don't like him as a bad guy. He was I take that back. I'm sorry. For the comedic, he was a very good bad guy. For like a serious role, no. He was pretty decent. He wasn't bad. Yeah. I don't know who he was.
Yeah, he maybe with this movie he'll get more popular and get like more movies.
I think he was in something else. I just, for some reason, I cannot think of his face in another movie.
Oh.
He was cool.
I did really feel like the threat, like it was like, oh, something bad is going to happen, or they're not going to make it, the server's going to go down, and blah blah blah. But I did still think like he wasn't bad, and he acted like he wasn't smart, but he was
actually pretty smart.
Yeah, he was pretty smart in the terms of, number together. Like obviously, coding wise. Yeah. Then again, I don't know. But here's the one thing I didn't like about the movie is, obviously for plot wise it was needed, but you only saw him talk to the main character and his friend. Yeah. And it seemed like they're very close, where he would be like, when they ask questions, he'll go and talk to him more, instead of be like, oh, whatever, and walk away.
Yeah, he wasn't like a boss to him. He was like a partner almost.
Yeah, but then he didn't talk to anybody else.
Yeah.
Except for like security.
Yeah, he would talk to security. He didn't even know the name. That's what they kept saying. Do you even know the name of your security guy?
Oh, right.
That's Larry. I was talking about like game designers, game creators. First, the way he acted was very childish. He was a very childish villain. Very like, what we said we were Gen Z. What are we?
Yeah, we're between like Gen Z and Millennial. I can't remember.
Yeah, he's more like a Gen Z. Like kind of like the way he acted. He would throw the fit. He would like do yoga, stuff like that. He's like, I gotta calm down. Let me get my chakras in order and stuff. Right. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, that's how a lot of game designers that I know who wanted to be game designers, who do coding and stuff. they all act very childish, and they all act like they don't know how to be normal.
So, since you said you know people like that, did they ever become successful?
No, not a single one of them became successful. And I know a lot of people who went into coding and a lot of people who went into design, all stuff like that. None of them made it. They all actually had to give up because their career went downhill so fast.
Well, when you see this guy, though, he was like in his 30s or 40s.
He stole it from somebody, though.
That's also true.
So here's how you do it.
Steal.
Find somebody who's good at coding and steal their ideas. You don't have to know a single thing about coding.
Be a man.
Be a man. Steal their ideas and say it's your own.
I think all the characters did good.
My least favorite character was the main girl.
She was okay.
They could have done better. Okay, not disgracing the movie. The movie was great. She could have been they could have honestly used another girl who was better. Honestly, they should have used Pokimane, just saying.
Just Pokimane. No, Pokimane, she acted different. You could tell, like,
she knew she was on a movie.
Yeah, because with Pokimane, like, she acts, at least from what I've seen, I mean, I don't have anything against Pokimane.
No, I don't. No, she's great.
It did seem like she was acting a little bit, but I guess, that's the point.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what they all, like, even on Twitch, like, you can kind of tell they're acting.
Right.
But
I think with this, I don't know her name, but Millie in the movie,
yeah.
She did good at crime. She had tears in her eyes a lot, and she did good at that, where it made it more believable.
Yeah.
But
overall character, I give her like a 2.
There's times in the movie where she did good playing the video game character, and I started thinking, I'm like, man, we didn't really get much at the same time. But then I'm like, well, that's not the point of the movie. Like, they could have, honestly, the Free Guy, they could have, like, drawn out so much, like, from each character.
Yeah.
And that's just like how the NPCs are, is they have their whole life. They have their own life where things happen when people aren't playing with them and stuff. And I think that's kind of cool because you could have made a movie about what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, a movie about, a
but
guy
they
just
went outside
up.
that perimeter.
Yeah. So I think they could have done a lot more with it as well.
Yeah.
But it might have not been as interesting.
Yeah.
So
still good movie. I'm not. Yeah. I keep saying good movie because I sound like I'm pushing it downhill. It's not. I'm not. I am critiquing, which I shouldn't be, but good movie.
Yeah,
overall,
it's honestly not that kind of movie that you want to go and critique a lot. It's just like to go get invested in the world, have fun, and once the credits come on, leave. There's no after credits, by the way, so don't worry about staying
unless another version is published, and I don't know about it.
That's true, but yeah, go watch it, have some fun, and we'll see you on the next movie. I know we kind of just talked a lot about this one movie. We might do this more often if we, find a movie we enjoy. There is another movie I want to check out called Shang-Chi.
Yes.
I don't know if I pronounced that right, but in America they say Sang-Chi. Sang-Chi. Every time I hear that, I'm like, oh god.
And there's another movie in America called oh my gosh, wow, what was I talking about?
Candyman?
No, fuck that movie. Who's gonna see Candyman? Shit on that movie. Fuck it. Anyway, in America we have a movie called The Matrix.
Oh,
and
Keanu Reeves, boy,
with The Matrix Resurrection. He's back, and he's still
John Wick.
He's still John Wick in The Matrix. So
yeah. So when that comes out, when is that even gonna come out? This year? It comes out in December.
So
we'll be watching that.
We will, and we will give an update.
Yeah. But that I'm definitely looking forward to that. I gotta rewatch the Matrix movies now.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do. I will say this. I hate some of the Matrix movies. I hate some.
Dude, the third one sucks.
The third one's terrible.
The second one I can't remember. I think it was okay, but the first one was good. The first one was good.
First one was the best.
Yeah.
First one was the best. Second one.
Was there a fourth one?
I think this one is the fourth.
I think the fourth one was like animated. I don't know. I have them all. I'll have to look. But yeah, going back to Free Guy real quick. I liked in the movie theater, the one we went to.
Yeah.
It had, I don't know if you noticed, but like when it had vibrations from the movie, like a motorcycle was like going on.
It had that surround sound.
It had that surround sound. Whereas sometimes, like I have my feet on the seats and like the seat rest. Yeah. Then even on the chair, you could feel it vibrate a little bit, and I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. It's
they had a major bass in that theater. This was a majorly upgraded theater, and I loved it.
I feel like they definitely upgraded it after this COVID situation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Something about
Yeah,
COVID.
weird
yeah.
stuff. But yeah, so that's been another In Progress podcast. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and come back next time where we talk about, I don't know, but look forward to that. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Logo, hit us out, man.
Keep progressing, people, and yeah, that thing.
Bye.
Bye. I always love when people are looking at their camera and they're like, I see this. And they're looking for it. Like, they're not actually looking. They're